Okay, before we begin going through the answers to these different questions, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the test, the final exam for this course. The final exam will be next Tuesday, as we talked about, on May 12th. It'll start at 11 a.m. You'll be able to download the exam. It will consist of 20 of these multiple choice questions and 10 problems. The questions, 10 of them, will be from chapters 35, 36, and 37. 5 will be from the chapters that we covered from 28 to 34, and another 5 will be from 21 to 27. The problems, there will be 5 of them, will be taken from the homework and class problems that we did from chapters 35, 36, and 37. 3 of them will be from the homework and problems from 28 through 34, and only 2 of them from chapters 21 through 27. So that'll be a total of 10 problems and 20 multiple choice questions for the final. You have is till the 5 o'clock or whatever on May the 12th to get it all completed and back to me the way that you've done on the last few tests. If there's any questions about any of that, don't hesitate to give me a call. And you are again this time able to utilize a 3x5 card. Actually, we'll make it 2 3x5s because that's a lot of material, a lot of equations. Okay, so the majority of it on both of them, well, not the majority, half of it on both of them will be from 35, 36, and 37 chapters, and then a smaller amount from the other portions that we had covered earlier this semester. So anyway, let's go through these questions right now. I'm doing this ahead of time, and I'm posting as well the problem answers so that you can use these to review with. I'm not waiting until next Tuesday to give those to you. So first of all, question number 1. Which of the following systems is an inertial frame of reference? And the answer is E. A man suspended from a rectangular parachute descends at a constant speed of 8 meters. Next one. During a flight practice flight, a Corsair World War II fighter plane is flying at 181 meters per second, due west relative to the ground below. The pilot fires his guns, and the bullets leave the guns at a speed of 890 meters per second relative to the guns. The velocity of the bullets as they leave the gun relative to the ground is, and the answer to that one also was E. It is 1,071 meters per second due east. Which of the following statements concerns relativity is true? And the answer is B. Light has the same speed for all accelerated observers, regardless of the motion of the source of the observer. Okay. What? I did. Just a second there. No. The answer is B. No physical experiment can be conducted by an observer within his or her own system that can allow the observer to determine how fast he or she is moving relative to anything outside his or her own system. The answer is B to number 3. Okay. Number 4. Is everything relative according to the postulates of special relativity? And the answer is D. No, the speed of light is not relative. Right? Okay. Number 5. Complete the following statement. According to relativity, the time between 2 events and the distance between those 2 events are different in different frames of reference. 6. If one determines the proper frequency of a wave, which of the following statements is true? And as choice A and B are both correct, the proper frequency must be measured at the same in the same frame as the proper length is measured. The proper frequency must be measured in the same frame as the proper time is measured. Okay, both A and B are correct, so C is the correct answer. Number 7. Twins are born on Earth year 2175. One of them grows up to be an earthbound robotics technician. The other was an intergalactic astronaut. And the idea is, how old is Rick when his brother dies? And the answer is B. He is 40 years old. An alien observer passes the Earth at 0.6 times the speed of light and measures the length of an American football field while traveling in the direction from one end zone to the other. On the field, the distance from one end zone to the other is 91.4 meters. How long does the field appear to be to the alien observer? And the answer is B, 73.1 meters. All these are just using the same equations that we talked about during the problems. Number 9, you are in a closed room, no windows and closed doors, on a ship that is traveling very close to the speed of light. Which of the following effects would you notice while sitting in the room? And the answer is E. None of the above observations could be made. In other words, you're part of that same frame of reference. Number 10. An observer on Earth sees a large ship chasing a smaller ship. The larger ship is moving at 0.3 times the speed of light, while a smaller ship is only moving at 0.25 times the speed of light. What speed does the captain of the smaller ship see the larger ship closing in on him? And the answer is A, less than 0.05 times the speed of light. Number 11. Hydrogen atoms in the laboratory can emit blue light that is a specific wavelength, 4.34 times 10 to the minus 7th meters. Hydrogen atoms in the distant galaxy far from Earth also emit the same light, but to an observer on Earth, the light appears at a wavelength of 4.64 times 10 to the minus 7th meters. What's the relative velocity of this galaxy with respect to Earth? And when you work out those equations, it turns out to be 2.07 times 10 to the 7th meters per second away from Earth. Number 12. One electron is traveling due east at 0.995 times the speed of light. Another electron is moving due west, and its speed is 0.9798 times the speed of light. The rest mass of the electron is 0.511 mega electron volts. What is the total relativistic momentum of these electrons? And the answer to that one is E, 2.58 due east. 13. Why is it that objects that have a mass cannot travel at the speed of light? And the reason is very simply, an infinite amount of work would be required, and that is not available. So the answer is A. Number 14. Space and time are intertwined when considering relativistic effects. Which of the following pairs are also intertwined for relativistic objects? And the answer is E, momentum and energy. And finally, 15. The electron, rest mass, 0.511, has a total energy of 10. And what is the speed of this electron? And that answer for that one is B, 0.9987 times the speed of light. B is the answer there. And that ends the different multiple choice questions here. Hopefully you got them all right. And if not, you can understand where the correct answers come from. Also, remember to review the prior ones so that you have a correct understanding of the correct answers for your study for the test. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it, and that should be the end of this lecture.